Hey there, it's Carl here from PresentationExpressions.com. I've got a tip for you this time. Actually, amazingly, I've got a tip for you, okay? Normally it's Liam that does the tips, but I've got one this time because it's just so cool that I have to show you, all right? Now, actually, I didn't invent this tip or create this tip, but a good friend of mine named Brant Forcing actually did put this tip together, okay? Now, where I got it from is actually from his site, which is, I'm just going to show you here, it's Forcing Consulting. There it is, Forcing Consulting, Business Goals Through Better Training. Now, Brant actually does a lot of e-learning stuff for a lot of the sort of big companies and private and public corporations in Vancouver, in British Columbia, Canada, and actually anywhere that people pay him to go, actually, probably. Anyway, he's really good at developing e-learning courses and materials, and he's especially good at these presentations. So I wanted to just show you his little quick tip here. I'm just going to go down here. If you go to his site, you just kind of scroll down to the bottom, and he's got this little video here. I've already watched it once, which is why it says replay. But if you click on it, he's going to talk about how he uses PowerPoint as a graphics editor. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in here. PowerPoint as a graphics editor 1. So I guess he's going to do something else too. Anyway, what he does is he talks about, I'm just going to stop his video here. What he talks about is how he can create different kind of shapes and different things for his presentations. So he's talking about how if he needed, for example, a doctor, okay, but he couldn't get a good picture of a doctor or something for his presentation or for whatever, he can just create it. So I'm just going to just zip through this here. I'm just going to show you. Look what he does. He uses the shapes and he creates a shape for body. Then he gets another shape for the head. Then he puts them together, lines them up, draws some other shapes here that he's going to use for other parts of the doctor, which I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm going to zip through. Now that's actually a hat that he's drawing right there now. So he puts a hat on. Then he takes this little thing here. He's going to put this up here for the doctor's head. Like old doctors, they used to have this thing up here, right? So anyway, that's what that's for. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so then he puts it all together. Then he changes the color of them. And watch this, it's brilliant, okay? Look, he goes in, so let's go back here. He goes into this quick styles thing in PowerPoint, and he chooses the color, right? There's a face there with a gradient. And then he does another one for the hat, and just to make it really stand out, I guess. And then does that white thing for the collar, and he removes the lines, the borders on the shape. And this one here, he puts a border around it so you can see it. Then he draws a stethoscope with the squiggly lines, a free hand drawing tool. He draws a squiggly line for the stethoscope. He does another one. Okay, he does two of them. Boom, there you go. Then he does a little circle for the stethoscope, the end of the stethoscope, whatever that's called. Makes it white as well. And look at that. Now he talks about how you can use like shadows and different things to make it really stand out. But what he does later is he groups everything together. Okay, which is right there. He groups them all together. And then you can save it as an image in PowerPoint or, do whatever you want with it, okay, after that. So really great, easy tip for, using PowerPoint as a graphics editor. Do check it out. Watch the full video. It's about 6 minutes and 19 seconds long. He explains it a little bit better than I did probably. But anyway, great little tip. If you enjoyed that little tip, go to his site, have a look at it, check it out. Check out some of his other stuff as well. He's got presentations elsewhere. You can see he's got this little link here for presentations and tools that he uses, which is kind of cool. So have a look there and let us know what you think. Leave us a comment or some feedback about this, and give it a try. Let us know what how it works out for you. Okay. So that's it. Carl for PresentationExpressions.com. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.